All right, hello, wine-drinking people. Today is Friday, the 28th of June, and we have got just an incredible slew of amazing deals being thrown at us. The end of fiscal years for big companies and other things. Well, the summer months, June starts out usually a little slow for most of these distributors, so there is a lot of product that needs to get moved through the warehouse. And whenever we can get a killer deal on a wine like Quintessa, one of my favorite wines from Napa Valley, Augustin and Valeria Huneeus started this property. Valeria, Augustin's wife, is the viticulturist. Augustin, well, he turned around many big wineries. He originally is from Chile and part of the Conchitura group. And when the political situation got bad there, he came to America, and he ran the Franciscan Wine Estates group. And, well, they found this property, and this is a unique property because it's a 280-acre parcel in Rutherford that's got several different microclimates on it, exposures, different soil types. Never been cultivated before. It was owned by a famous restaurateur. It was actually first purchased in the 40s. It was part of the Camus land grant, and purchased by George Madiakian, and he was a San Francisco socialite. He owned a restaurant there, a very famous restaurant, Omar Khayyam restaurant, and, well, he's famous for throwing parties on this property. Eventually, he thought it would become a great wine estate. He never got a chance to develop it and died in the 1980s, and then this property sat dormant for about 10 years. There were several big people that tried to purchase this property, went into escrow, and just never closed on it. And Augustine and Valeria fell in love with this the first time they saw it. And the first vintage, 94, 95, after they bought it, well, you have to plant the vineyards. Usually it takes 3 years for the first leaves to produce grapes. And now this is a property that the vines are finally mature and really starting to produce some of the best wines that this property has seen. And I visited this property. I have to say the facility is remarkable. It's all gravity flow. The great Philippe Melka was involved with this. He's no longer here, but Aaron Pott is here. And they've also got Charles Thomas is the head winemaker. And the great Michel Roland helps these guys with the blend. They only use 10% of the grapes grown on this property to produce Quintessa. The rest of the wine, do they make a second wine? Well, Faust, a lot of people look at as their second wine, but no, only 1% of the fruit from this great property goes into Faust. The rest of that fruit for that wine comes from Coombsville, an entirely different wine. And when they show these wines, even though Quintessa is more expensive than Faust, they always show Faust after Quintessa because Quintessa is a wine of elegance and finesse. We're glad that the critics have never really caught on to this wine because it's still a remarkable value. When you look at this as a great first growth of Napa Valley, like it is, one of the great vineyards in Napa Valley, this Quintessa property, still right around $100. Actually, we've got the cheapest price in the country on this 99 vintage wine from Quintessa, on this 2009 vintage from Quintessa, $99. That's right, folks, until this 10 six-pack, these 10 six-packs are gone. We're going to sell them at a remarkably low price. And this is a wine you can sell for 10 years or more. It has incredible balance. This 2009 vintage produced a bevy of outstanding wines from Napa Valley. They're in their baby fat period right now. If you open them up and decant them for an hour, they're really juicy, the fruit in these wines, but you can tell they have got the structure to last for a decade or more, especially the great wines like this Quintessa. And hey, we've also got Faust on this offer. We've got everything that the Huneeus family now represents. Their Veramonte property from Chile producing outstanding values. They've got Faust, as I mentioned before, from Coombsville, another Napa Valley Cabernet. They bought Flowers Winery on the Sonoma Coast, some of the best Burgundian-style Pinot Noirs and Chardonnays made in California, and then Saldo and Prisoner, some of their most recent acquisitions. Check it out. Everything we've got from the Huneeus Group, including the newest release of their marquee wine, the Quintessa Red Meritage from Napa. I'm your host, Andrew Lampasoni, signing off for Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.